For 3 centuries, the Royal Navy was the world's supreme naval power, the guardian of a global empire. But by September 1939, it faced a new kind of enemy, the relentless modern war machine of the Third Reich. This would be its greatest and most costly test. The first supreme test came not at sea, but from the shore. In May 1940, with the British Expeditionary Force trapped at Dunkirk, the Navy's mission was clear: bring them home. Operation Dynamo was launched. It wasn't just warships, though cruisers and destroyers braved Stuka dive bombers to provide cover and transport. The true miracle was the flotilla of little ships, over 700 merchant marine vessels, fishing boats, lifeboats, and even private pleasure craft, manned by civilians and reservists. For 9 days, this ragged armada, under constant attack, performed a miracle, evacuating 338,226 Allied soldiers. It was a colossal defeat, yet a deliverance. The Navy had saved the Army to fight another day. But the Navy's true grueling war was fought in the grey, freezing vastness of the North Atlantic. Here the fight was not for glory, but for survival itself. Germany's U-boat wolf packs under Admiral Dönitz aimed to starve Britain into submission by severing its transatlantic lifelines. The Battle of the Atlantic was a brutal war of convoys, a chess game played over thousands of miles. Early British tactics struggled, but the Navy adapted. It developed more effective depth charges, deployed hedgehog ahead-throwing mortars, and, crucially, pioneered long-range air cover and dedicated escort carrier groups. The intelligence war, breaking German Enigma codes at Bletchley Park, was equally vital. By mid-1943, the tide had turned. The U-boats were being hunted and sunk faster than they could replace their losses. This victory, secured by ordinary sailors on corvettes and frigates, was arguably the Navy's single most critical contribution to winning the war. Yet there was also room for epic fleet-on-fleet drama. In May 1941, the mighty German battleship Bismarck sank the beloved battlecruiser HMS Hood with a single devastating salvo. The shock to the nation was profound. The response was a relentless global hunt. Every available ship was mobilized. The chase ended when obsolete Fairey Swordfish biplanes from the aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal launched a daring torpedo strike, crippling the Bismarck's steering. British battleships closed in for the final act. The revenge for the Hood was complete. The Navy's war was everywhere, protecting Arctic convoys to Murmansk through hellish conditions, holding the Mediterranean line against the Italian fleet, and supporting every major amphibious landing from North Africa to D-Day. When the war ended in 1945, the Royal Navy had lost over 1,500 warships and 50,000 men. It emerged victorious but financially exhausted, its era of unquestioned dominance passing to its American ally. Yet in Britain's darkest hour, it had been the nation's steel shield. It turned the English Channel from a potential highway for invasion into an impassable moat. It kept the island fed, armed, and in the fight. The sailors of the Royal Navy didn't just defend Britain, they made its ultimate victory and the liberation of Europe possible.